If you've had low back pain for a really long time, like 5+ years, I am going to share something with you that I think will give you some hope and encouragement. It's a story actually about a client of mine, Danielle, who I've now worked with for a little over 2 years. I started working with her in October of 2020, and she originally had an injury that got worse and worse over time, and she got to the point in October of 2020 where she could not walk 200 steps. She couldn't drive in her car for more than a couple minutes, meaning she couldn't take her son to school or anything like that. She couldn't visit friends. She could barely even get over to her parents' place, which is it's just like a couple minutes away. And when we met through like a Facebook group that I was running at the time, and she had shared with me that like she was pretty much almost ready to give up, just like ready to throw in the towel and say like this is how my life is going to be. There's nothing that I can do. And I think we just connected because she saw that I was doing something a little bit different and that there was some hope in there for her. So here's what we did. It's nothing special or anything crazy. I didn't like do some weird chakra release. I didn't do weird like manual therapy, soft tissue mobilization stuff, or any super specific exercises for that matter. All we did was we found the amount of walking she could do without flaring things up, and we progressed it over time. And then we found specific exercises that she could do, specific movements that helped her get back to bending forward, bending backwards, sitting for a longer duration. We literally had like part of the movement practice was to practice sitting still for a couple minutes at a time. Part of it was walking 100 steps at a time and then doing that a couple times a day. And over time, doing that for 6 months, 12 months, she was able to actually increase her walking capacity to 10,000 steps. She can do 10,000 steps and not be flared up the next day, which is huge. I mean, that's like a game changer, right? That like literally gives her her life back. And so what's the point? What is the point? People give up too early and progress too fast when they are going through rehab. So if you have a condition like lower back pain, sciatica, neck pain, shoulder, whatever, if it's really irritable and you go to physical therapy or chiropractic or whatever, and you're doing the exercises or doing the movements, but they keep flaring it up, and then you only give it 6 weeks or 12 weeks, then of course it's not going to work. Like, I've now worked with dozens of people, maybe dozens is an exaggeration, but 5 people I can go by name, 5, 6, probably 7 actually that I can think of off the top of my head, who I worked with for over a year. It took a year for them to feel like way, way better. So I think the big takeaway from this is it takes a lot of time for some people, particularly those who have chronic symptoms, to really feel better and to get back into a movement routine. And I think this is actually a hopeful message for people who are, you might be struggling with chronic low back pain or shoulder pain or knee pain or whatever, and you want to get back to being active. Well, it might just take a lot longer than you previously expected. Like, I've had people where it took 18 months to really feel like they were getting their life back. Now, this is people who've had symptoms for 10 plus years, right? So 18 months versus 10 years, it's still a long time, but it is, less than 20% of that total time. So just something to take into account there, and make sure that you're giving things enough time, right? Don't give up too early. If you are doing a program where it just keeps making things worse, then you need to change it, right? You can't just keep on pushing into the pain and making it way worse and expecting things to change. It's just not going to work. Some people can benefit from that, but it's a very small percentage. I've just found that a low and slow approach to dealing with chronic pain and chronic injury is much better. And I don't know what the mechanism is. I'm just, I really don't. I don't know exactly why. But there are several different reasons that I can get into in a different video of like why that might happen. But it can take years to feel a lot better, and you might not get back to your normal, but you can establish a new normal that you're very happy with by implementing a movement routine that doesn't flare you up and that you do consistently over the course of a year or longer. I think more people need to give that a shot. There haven't been any studies that really look at that. I've asked many people to present those to me. I've looked for them. Can't really find them. So I think that's an understudied area as well. So hope that's helpful. Hope it's hopeful for you. And really, I'm just trying to provide information that can give people new insight into their conditions, new insight into how to live a higher quality life, and to just provide solutions to some of the problems that we're facing as individuals and as a community of people. So hope you have an awesome rest of your day. If it's raining or snowy near you, good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.